A very good evening, everyone. I'm glad that we have our very special guest today for our meeting. And as we all know that we conduct a once in a month meeting for our fellow colleagues to get more wise about the markets and the investments, because finances is one thing with which all of us have to handle. So we have our celebrity guest today. We have Mr. Vijay NS. He's a professional with 35 years of experience under his belt. For over 3 decades, he has been into investment domain, and he is a very learned man. He has done his MBA from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management, and he passed out from Mumbai through flying colors. And he started his career in market research, where he honed his analytical skills and having another stint in advertising. And he started as a sub broker on Madras Stock Exchange in 91 and was associated with various stock exchanges since 95. And he has been the forefront of investor and broker education right from day one. His skills, knowledge, and technical expertise have been respected by the regulatory authorities, and he has been appointed as an arbitrary by SEBI on different occasions. So over to you, Vijay sir, and thank you so much for accepting our request to come for this webinar on such a short notice.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor. It's really wonderful. I mean, you see how this virtual connect is. You are sitting somewhere in Jaipur. The last time I visited was 1984, January 22nd, if I remember right. Now I'm seeing a Jaipur person after 40 years. Obviously, I'm not seeing Jaipur. Maybe you should have put Hawa Mahal behind and it should have been wonderful.
Of course, yes, sir.
Yeah. But anyway, you sit in a lovely place. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for putting me on to doctors. Normally, I dread to meet doctors, but this is one time I love to meet doctors because it's here whom I'm speaking. Normally, the doctor speaks and I have to listen and say, I will take this tablet. He says, take this tablet. And I'll say, no, no, kind of thing. Anyway, I also got a background of what you people are doing. I think it's a wonderful thing because you see, doctors are so busy that they have no time to manage their money. I have had a lot of doctor clients in my past avatar as a stockbroker. And I know that it's impossible to get to meet them. They'll always ask me to come after 10 o'clock or something like that. So we used to have these almost midnight meetings. So my wife used to wonder where am I going for these midnight meetings. Anyway, they're all above board, I would say. So therefore, now the purpose of this talk is like this. Basic background of mine is I'm basically a person who teaches, and I have handled all kinds of students, as well as I've taught. I mean, I've spoken Rotary clubs, and of course the media. So I love to talk. The problem with love to talk is that you never know when to end. So the moderator has to be really very good, and I'm sure you are. So to that extent, please cut me off. So yeah. So now typically, especially in this let's say phase of the markets, I would say everybody is interested in the stock markets. Let's say take exactly a year ago, nobody would have bothered because the Adani problem was there, and all kinds of things were there. So if you take March 2023, the Nifty, for instance, if you really look at the stock market, was around 16,800. Today we are talking of 23,000. So a lot of things have transpired. It's about say 30-40% above from the low, you could say. So we think the markets are very bullish and lots of action is there. A lot of people are entering at various points of time, and they have made money. They made money somewhere, I would say, between August of last year, 23, till say around January, February of this year. So last 8 months, those 8 months between August of 2023 to January of February of, so you can take from Independence Day to Ram Mandir. Something like that. Between Independence Day and Ram Mandir consecration, people have had a very wealthy life. Healthy life, I don't know. Wealthy life they've had. So most of the focus is on equities. Now here I am I'm into stocks my whole life. I don't have a second income. Everything what I've earned is only through the stock market, either as an investor, trader, broker, or a teacher. So why am I talking of something completely different from stock market? So that is, first of all, a very unusual thing for a stock person to talk of commodities. I'm not a commodity broker. So a typical commodity broker is a person who invests in commodities, hard commodities or soft commodities, mostly physical or through the MCX, which is the what shall I say, online speculative investment. It is not like the NSE where commodities are traded, where you can take delivery of stocks. So I'm hoping that the basic understanding is that you have that something called ETFs are there. ETFs could be, ETF is exchange traded fund. It is like a mutual fund, but traded on the stock exchange. Many of the mutual funds are not traded on the stock exchange, though there are some mutual funds which are traded. So it's very liquid. So therefore, these ETFs are very, very popular globally. In fact, most people in the US and Western countries, they only buy and sell ETFs, not stocks. Stocks are not big. In India, stocks are big. Stocks, index, and then ETFs. They are somewhere, ETFs are the lowest because there are not too many and people have not propagated the ETFs so much for whatever reasons. The mutual funds themselves have not done it. So ETFs have come in 2002. So they're robust instruments. They're very popular. So I am now talking of something, a commodity ETF, exchange traded fund. So let me, the question I'll try to answer is it really worth going into an ETF, a commodity ETF and precious metal ETF vis-a-vis stocks? Why can't I go into stocks? I know all about stocks, balance sheet is there, P&L is there. The commodity like a gold and silver, I would like to buy physical gold and keep it in my, wherever I can store it. Why should I go into commodities? Like gold and silver. So if I were to start, let me start my presentation. So I shall press yes, no? Yeah.
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Now, yeah, I think this is that. Yeah. So the title is very, what shall I say, controversial. Precious metals will get more precious in 25. Now, being an advertising guy, our seniors taught us that, it should capture the imagination of the person. Then only they will read the ad. So this is like an extended advertisement. So therefore, these precious metals, I'm going to talk only of silver and gold. And there were 25 slides. It will take not more than 12 to 15 minutes. Dr. Jain has told me 15 minutes. So we are now at 8:09. By 8:24, I should complete it, or maybe earlier. Okay. So next, what happened to this now? Yeah. So this is my number. I'm on Twitter as Sainik 636. Sainik is because I'm from Sainik School, Bijapur in Karnataka. So my Telegram, I have a Telegram, free Telegram group called Market Mirror. On YouTube, I have a Market Mirror, which I put in my thoughts on the market every day at 8 o'clock. My email is marketsmirror@gmail.com because I couldn't get Market Mirror. So I had to use the word Markets Mirror. So this is my brief background. Srishti has already told you about other things. So what is this? When you are going into something, you are going to, what is the characteristic of a good investment? The following three things are very essential when you are getting into any investment. First of all, the fundamentals should be good. This cuts across all kinds of investments, not only equity. It could be debt, equity, gold, even racehorse. You need to, if you are going to buy a racehorse, for instance. Somebody once told me, let's buy a racehorse. So I said, I don't have the money. So he said, let's buy a leg of a racehorse. In Madras, for instance, in the Madras Race Club, people don't own racehorses. They own legs of racehorses, believe it or not. So 4 of us will own one leg, which means basically, the horse is shared, the expenses and the gains are shared among 4 people. So at one point of time, I owned one leg of a racehorse, and I just lost interest in that. I didn't go. I don't know what happened to that racehorse. Finally, I got back my investment. That's all. So that was my story of a racehorse. So in a good investment, you should have fundamentals, technicals, and liquidity. See, you can have very great fundamentals, But if you don't have good technicals, like say ITC was a great company for 9 years. It did nothing between 2014 to 2013 to 2014 to 2023. 9 years, it was stuck at 200 to 250 rupees. Fundamentals great, but technicals were not great. Only after 2023, it took off and it doubled within a span of about a few months. Sorry, 2022. From 2022, within 18 months, it doubled. So technicals were good, fundamentals were good in ITC. Liquidity is if you go and buy some MRF, for instance. MRF has got good fundamentals, but it may not have good technicals, and also bad liquidity because the price is 1 lakh and odd, so not much of buying you can do in that. So we have to select any investment based on these three characteristics. At least that is what I do. So I don't get excited just by fundamentals, not only by technicals, not only by liquidity. Technicals, people talk of trading through technicals, but I am a technical analyst since 1993. I'm a student of technical analysts, so from 1993. But I definitely, when I'm going to invest, I will look first at fundamentals, liquidity, and then technicals. Though technicals are put in the middle here. Let's talk of gold. So now, why gold? What are the fundamentals of gold? See, gold, if you look at this chart, this is a very interesting chart. The central bank buying, who are the central banks? This is like RBI, the Federal Reserve, the Japanese Central Bank, ECB, all central bankers. If you look at the green, that means they were net buying. Somewhere in the 60s, mid 60s, they have begun selling. 80s, they started selling. And see the fun, between 1990 and around 2010, they were net sellers of gold. Net sellers of gold. Since Nixon moved the dollar away from gold in 71, they have not been really buyers of gold. But look what has happened after 2010 and look at what happened in 2022. This was the highest on record. I mean, records have been maintained since 1951. So the fundamentals are extraordinarily good as far as the gold is concerned. See, you should always be with the strong buyer. You know, whoever is buying, people say FIs are buying. So if you are buying those stocks which FIs are buying, you hope that, the prices won't come down and they will continue to go up. For instance, HDFC Bank was one of the favorites of FIs. For a very long time, FIs kept on buying and the share price kept on going. For the last 3 years, for instance, HDFC Bank is being sold by FIs. So FIs, because they're selling, HDFC Bank, though the fundamentals are good, but the backing is not there. So the price has gone nowhere. Same thing with Kotak Bank. Same thing with ITC for 9 years. Same thing with Lever between 2000 and 2010. So you need a strong backer. So who can be the best backer other than the central bank? So central bankers are buying it. So when in 2022 I became bullish on gold, I said something has changed. Now, why they are buying, that is irrelevant for us because I can give a reason, you can give a reason, somebody else can give a reason. But the fundamental point here is in 2022, the central bankers bought the maximum amount of gold. 2023, what happened? So 2023 again, central bankers bought more gold than 2022. Okay, 2022 they bought just short of 2022. So they bought another 1,000 tons of gold. And China was the biggest buyer in 2023. Now, why is China becoming the biggest buyer? The reason is that US is putting sanctions. China wants to move away from the dollar-denominated currency. So olden times, gold was the currency. Therefore, they are buying gold in 2023. Now, if you look at the cycle of this gold, if you look at it, from the first gold cycle was between 70, 74 to 80. There is no production or lack of production. Inflation. Whenever inflation is high, gold keeps moving. And geopolitical tensions. Same thing in the second gold cycle in the 90s, mid-90s, falling gold production. They created ETF. That means, that is what I'm talking of. The first of the ETFs came in the year 1995. So that meant that everybody could buy gold, paper gold as they call it. And China was the big commodity driver. Then the third gold cycle is now. We are now talking again falling gold. CB, the central banker, accumulating more aggressively than the past. government debts at historical levels. People are now scared. The debt problem of the 1940s are hitting us now. The inflation of the 70s and 80s are hitting us now. The asset valuation imbalance of the 1920s and 1990s. Basically, everybody's into stocks and everybody's into speculative stocks. So therefore, there is no counterbalance. If everybody comes to sell stocks, that's it. Everybody's wealth will just vaporize. So therefore, you need to have an alternative investment. So this thing is an alternative investment for the year in this particular decade, I would say. So people would say, okay, what about gold? How has it performed vis-a-vis Sensex? So you just look at it. 2010, gold was 18,500. This is in rupees. Sensex was 20,000. In 2020, 49,000. This was 47,000. And 2024, gold is 73 and Sensex is 74. My understanding is that in the next few years, not few years actually, who will hit 1 lakh first? I believe it will be gold which will hit 1 lakh rupees before Sensex hits 1 lakh. So that is as far as the comparison is there. That people would say, no, gold is a dead asset. Nobody will, there's no point in owning it. But you see the proof. The proof is, if you compare between 2010 to 2024, gold has matched. Actually, gold has beaten. If you take from 18,500 to 73,250, it has beaten over Sensex from 20,500 to 74,850. Gold has beaten by 2020 also. It is almost equal by 2015. So from 2020 onwards, slow and steadily, gold is now gaining prominence. Now, okay, what about with US S&P 500? If you look at gold in the last 5 years, it has returned 83%. S&P 500 has returned 80%. You see? So even in the US market, gold is superior to S&P. Now, you see, if you look at 200 years, why have I put this number is just to show you in 1979 and 1978, if you look at it, because of geopolitical problems, from 208, it went up to 459 in just 1 year. That is the kind of move you can see in gold. People think gold means it will just go only 3%, 5%, it will be dead. But you see, like a small cap or micro cap stock, it is doubled. So this is, as I mentioned, 850, it went in 1980. From 450, from 79, it was 459. 78 is 208. From 208, it went to 459. And if you go back from 76, it has continuously gone up 20%, 29%, 120%. And then you hit 850 in the next one. So again, doubled. Now, today, what is happening in the Chinese market? Not only is China buying gold from their Reserve Bank, the Central Bank of China, the retail Chinese are also buying. You see so from 2015, the gold trading activity, look at China's the tonnage. It just gone, it's hit the roof and probably hitting the sky. Now let's look at technicals. I was talking of technicals. Now fundamentals are over, then we are looking at technicals, and liquidity is there. Liquidity is there by ETFs. So this is what a pattern called the inverted head and shoulder. Now any technical analyst will understand this. The pattern here means that the buyers first they will sell, the accumulate and then sell it, and they will chase away the speculators, and then the price moves up. So some more speculators join. So again they are sold heavily. So again, all the speculators go up, the strong buying comes here, and then they try to chase away any late speculators. And then once it crosses this neckline, usually it will move between 2080 to say 1600, means it will go above that, equal to that. So this is about 500 points, $500. So you can easily expect it to go to 2500 before it actually begins to have a significant correction. So that is the meaning of an inverted head and shoulder. It is very, very strong fundamentally. It is good in terms of liquidity. It is also very strong technically. Somebody has drawn this, something called Elliott wave. People who do Elliott wave is not only useful for equities, it is also useful for the commodity or any asset class. If you go by the Elliott wave, it looks $1,500. Right now it is $2,337. Somebody is given a time saying in the next 4 years, it will go 4 times. 4 in 4. That is what? Speculative thing. Now, silver. I finished with gold. Let's go to silver. Now, silver is a very strange thing. If you have had teenage children, silver you think is like a teenager. You know, these teenagers, they're very hyperactive. And then they have a lot of time when they're doing nothing. And when they become hyperactive, they will start, performing in whatever sports or anything very, very, aggressively. So silver is a very aggressive thing. I will just show you what silver does. So look at India's imports. India's imports of silver over time, if you look at it, from 2003 to 2024. See where we are. You see, we are somewhere, we are completely in a different zone. So fundamentally, silver is great because import of silver. Now, if you're talking of your EVs, you'll require a lot of silver in the EVs. So this should tell you the fundamentals of silver just of India. I'm not talking of the global thing. Just of India, we'll look at what kind of import of silver we are doing. And silver is not only for jewelry. Silver has got more uses than gold. Gold is more of a storehouse of value. Silver is not only a storehouse of value, it is also a useful thing in industries, right? So this is the thing. In the silver has the Reuters report. It has been continuously going up, and mainly we are buying it from UAE, is what it says. Now this is from an expert who is an expert on silver. He says once retailer investors join and they see high price of gold, they'll rush into silver. Silver is a smaller market, and it will go ballistic. Initially, gold will move, silver will lag. That lag is a gift, actually, what he says, and I fully agree. In every gold and silver bull market, first gold will go, silver will do nothing, and then it will fly. You see, again, silver also has formed something very similar to what we are seeing here. They had an inverted head and shoulder. So you will see $26. Now it has come down. Today it is around $27.28. Normally it will come down to $26. It may come down and then it will take off. If it goes up, it means it will go up to about 35 because 17 and 26, 9. So 26 plus 9 is 35. So that is your target. Now you can say, I showed you about gold. Look at silver. Silver, when it goes, I told you, this is a teenager. Last March, within 6 weeks, it went up 25%. This March, in 6 weeks, it has gone up 24%. No equity index between February and March 1st, that is when, Ambani's son got engaged. Between that time to just last week, it has gone up 24%. Now, to expect 20% in the equity market annualized is a big thing. Here, last year, it got 25%. This year, it got 24%. So that is the power of silver. It really takes off. Once it takes off, it takes off. So I believe strongly that now it's going to come back. This is rupees. This is the Nippon silver, silver ETF, silver bees, which is now sitting around 78 to 79. I expect it will take off significantly from here. So now we are here. There is another thing. If silver crosses 28.3, then it will take off, is what this guy says. When silver broke from $30 in 2010, it took 5 months to gain 75%. That is the kind of gain you will see when silver takes off. As I said, silver is sluggish, but it is like a teenager. And when it gets overhyped, when it gets active, it really gets active. Okay. So finally, I end up with how and where to buy gold. Gold you can buy online. You can get pure 24 karat gold, or you can buy it through jewelry. I'm sure a lot of you may be having gold jewelry. Then you have the digital gold. Digital gold is you can also buy it through RBI. That is one other method. That is electronic. You can buy the gold ETFs. I am only looking at gold ETFs because I'm in the trading. I can buy and sell anytime. So this will track the performance of gold bullion and worth the same as 24 karat gold. You can buy sovereign gold bonds, but they are not very liquid. but the government of India gives some 2% incentive per year, like an interest. So that is one thing. A lot of people who are having long-term plans buy sovereign gold bonds. Gold futures, you can trade it in the multi-commodity exchange in the India, MCX. You can do that. But I am not going there. I am more of a buy and hold. I'm putting it in my demat account, and I can sell it anytime, and I can pledge it. Whereas in gold futures and MCX, you can't do that. So that's and I said that I'll finish by 25, and I think we are through. So I am. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you, Srishti, once again. I am ready to take any questions.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a very insightful talk. I come from a family of silver merchants. My Nanihal, my mama's side, they have been into traditional silver business for like past 50 years. And I clearly remember in 2011, silver had gone up till I think $50. I'm
Yeah.
sure you can pull up the historical chart. We had a discussion. You are a history buff as well, and it was a crazy run up, and everyone was buying silver. Like as you said, that silver catches up gold. But then
Can you
it
hear me?
had it. Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, I removed that.
And silver has never come back to that price of 2011 of around $49-50. So
Yeah.
do you think we'll be able to catch up to that price of
No, it did come
2011?
back. It came back. It came back. No, it
Okay.
did come back. No. See, the funny part in this one silver, I will tell you.
Yeah.
What happened to this now? Again, I'm getting confused. Yeah, here it is. Right.
Yeah.
Now, I'll show you. No. Silver. Can you see now? What?
Yes. I can see your screen,
Yeah,
sir.
silver, right? Now you see the silver. Take this week.
If you can pull up a monthly chart.
Yeah, monthly. No, I don't have from 2011. It came down. See, this is the monthly chart only I have. I put the weekly chart. Monthly chart, unfortunately, is there in this only till 2017. I'll give you an equivalent in gold. Okay. Gold, you see. Gold in September 2011, it peaked out. It peaked out in around $1,900.
Right.
So this also peaked out around $50, 48.
Right.
So then you see after that gold fell, almost it halved. From 1900 it halved to $1,000. Silver also fell down significantly. It came down from $50. In fact, it fell down worse. It fell $14. From $14, it has now gone to $26.
Yes.
See, now the thing is like this. Where are we at this point of time? Are our alternatives. The alternative is, okay, I'm going to wait. I've seen $13, $15. The other way of doing it is, okay, I'll get my feet wet at least. So for people like me, once we take a decision, we go full hog. As I mentioned to you, in our family portfolio, gold and silver ETFs occupy 40% of our portfolio. The 60% is in equities. We are fully invested. We are not afraid of the market. We are fully invested, but we have got higher proportion in silver right now. That is where we are. So there is no, harm in buying, because that is the price. It's like saying in Bombay, in some place, let's take CB, take Bandra. You want to buy a flat in Bandra. If that fellow says 5 crores, you will say, no, when my grandfather was there, it was only 5 lakhs. So those days are gone. Within 5 crores is available now. Will it go to 5 lakhs? Unlikely. So you make a judgmental call. And today's scenario, nobody loves silver, because everybody will tell you, don't buy silver, don't buy gold, they're dead investment. I have proved to you that is equivalent to Sensex.
Yes.
What else can I tell you? I've also told you that the strongest people are buying, which is in case
central
of
banks.
central banker, in case of silver India, which for the EVs, you want EVs, but you need silver for that.
Yes,
that is one area I'm talking of. Silver is used everywhere, but I'm just saying you get newer and newer areas where you will use silver. So I don't think. See, today also I bought silver. Incidentally, I bought silver today. So I got some money. I bought it. So I am not so concerned about where we are, because if I'm going to see from $30, from $26, if I'm going to see $50, it is doubling, right? What difference it makes whether I buy it at $28 or $24, so long as I'm able to see $50.
So that brings me to another question,
Yes.
that what are these big people like the central banks and the governments suspecting, that why are they buying gold and silver? What is something wrong that we are anticipating in the coming times? Because everyone I see around me, everyone is so excited about stocks. People who knew nothing about stock market are trading every day and into options and this and that. So do you think that we are into a bubble or we are into a cycle of euphoria?
See, there are two questions you asked. One is what central bankers are doing and what others are doing. Should we be in stocks or should we diversify? Anytime you should diversify. Anytime. There is no such, good time, bad time and all that. You should never go 100%. I could have gone 100% in gold and silver. I have not done that. I put 60-40. Even in stocks, I've got at least 10 stocks. So I have diversified. Because let's say you bought only Kotak Bank yesterday. Today you're dead, right? So it is a question of, okay. So Kotak Bank is a great bank. In fact, I was recommending Kotak Bank because it looked an interesting thing. We didn't buy it. We just were trading on it. So now why are central bankers buying? Now central bankers, I don't have any proof. They are visualizing that the fiat currency will collapse.
Right.
That's what we see, the gold.
So de-dollarization about which we are hearing, the BRICS.
Euro, everything, the fiat, which is, see, from August 15th, 1971, when Nixon removed dollar from gold, everything else became a fiat. Okay, because every currency was linked to dollar, which was linked to gold. On August 15, 1971, Richard Nixon said, no more will it be linked to gold. So one can go and print any amount. So the printing, what we call of the central bankers, started from 1971 because there was no underlying. Previously, one had to use gold as the base for you to print money. That went away. So now what has happened is everybody has printed so much that now things are coming to a head, as they say. See, you had negative interest rates, right? For years, for 5-6 years. Now what has happened? You look at the interest rates. Today, for instance, you look at it. Where are we? Because you see, one by one, the large companies are not reporting as good results as the market wants. So the money is going somewhere. So it will come out of the system. So it has to find some place. It's like water, no? It has to find some level. The central bankers are scared that, this will burst sometime. We don't know when it will burst. And they are long-term guys. So they are not looking at just buying it next month, we'll sell it off or something. And China, Russia, India, buying record amounts of gold because everybody knows there's a hidden secret. They have not told us, but the graphs tell us. So there is a problem there. Now coming to your bubble. See, bubble means, bubbles are what I would say, there'll be maybe every 8 to 10 years you get a bubble. 1992, 2000, 2008. In 2024, are we seeing a bubble in 2024? Now the issue is we should not worry about the bubble per se. I do not bother about the bubble. I bother about misallocation of resources. Okay. The misallocation of resources will kill you. In 2017, after the demonetization, everybody jumped into the mid cap and small cap. The market topped out in 2018, the Indian market, all the three indices, and the small cap and the mid cap kept on falling till 2020 March, whereas Nifty went up during that time. Nifty went and made newer and newer highs, whereas small cap and mid cap did not make that. So this was misallocation of resources. I think what is happening now, I would say, is misallocation of resources. See, the bubble per se, it's very difficult to define bubble. Misallocation of resources happening. For instance, everybody is putting money in defense and railways. It was fantastic last year. Now it is being misallocated. You are not willing to put money in Reliance, HDFC Bank, ITC, the good stocks, ICICI, but you're going to put it in some XYZ stock. So there, the problem is there's no liquidity there. The fundamentals are not good enough. Can I show you? You can see this one, no? Nifty you can see, right? Here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Monthly
If you
chart.
see this, where is that? Okay, yeah, I think this one. If you see here, Nifty has been, okay, this part here has been what you can say misallocation of resources from 2020. It has been. Now, how can we say a bubble? See, bubble is, I'll show you what a bubble is. See this? This is the bubble. Say from 1985, you don't even take 1985. You take from 19, sorry, what I'm saying. Okay. Take here. Yeah. You see, this is something like a bubble where
Yes.
it went up from 1200 to 4500. That means four times, almost four times within 1 year. Not even 1 year, less than a year. This I would characterize as a bubble. Or you take here, you see this 99. From
Yes.
98, it was below 3000, it went up, it doubled within a very short span of. See, the Sensex doubled is not the story. The story was the ICE stocks, that is the information technology, the communication and the entertainment, the Z Telefilms and the Wipros, they all took off. You see, that was a bubble. So I don't know whether I have that this one here. Let's see whether I can show you. Wipro was a bubble. Okay, let me just try to key in something and do here. Take Wipro. Yeah. Nice. Take this. See,
Wow.
see?
Yes.
This is this is given bonuses and all that, and so it has come down. Take from 40, it went up to 340 or something.
Wow.
Correct. So 400, it went to 400. 40 to 400 is 10 times. Within how many? So just 2 months. November,
Yes.
December, January, February, 4 months. In 4 months, it went up 10 times. And then you see it crashed. It again came
Yes.
back to that within 3 months. So this is a bubble. This,
Yes.
I would say. So we are not, actually, I don't think we are seeing something like that here now. We are
Right.
having misallocation of resources, clearly. But we're not seeing anything. See, if you take from 2020, the Nifty was about 8,000. 8,000 to 3 times in 4 years.
That's all right.
That's okay, but it is
Yeah.
a misallocation because
Yeah.
more people are jumping into it. So there's a problem. Or if you take, as I showed you here, take microcap index. See this microcap?
Right.
Almost a semi-bubble, you can say. From
Yes.
9,000 from here, if you take this was in 2023, March, last year. It was
Yeah.
about 10,000. Now from 10, it has gone to, it doubled.
Yes.
A very big bubble, but it is
Yes.
certainly something to get worried about.
Yes.
The
Yes.
misallocation of resource also happening in your options, futures and all. That is where the trouble is.
Today itself, we got this news, like for the recent times, like Jain and Millennium, there are two big
Yes.
hedge funds and they
Yes.
are playing in Indian markets.
Yes.
And they've earned billions of rupees, billions of dollars
Yes.
into 2023.
Yeah, because see, I'll tell you, those guys, the FIIs, no, we always used to say, they're not, they're the hardcore businessmen. They will find out where they can make money and they will try to make money. So they found out that the Indian regulators are greedy fellows. Every day you're having one, now what shall I say, a settlement expiry. So when you have everyday settlement, so they know it will encourage the gamblers to come in. That's what has happened. See,
Yes.
this is my worry that
Yes.
in the next 6 months, I won't give it more than a year. You will see people ruined.
Yes.
I have seen 1992. I have seen 2000. I have seen how people were wealthy on paper. But I know, for instance, when we used to go for a cup of tea and all that, one guy used to take out and make payments and he will pay. Then one day we asked him, why is it you are making payments? Or we also will share. He showed his wallet. In his wallet, he showed a photograph. It was not his wife. It was Narayan Murthy's photograph. Normally, we keep a God's photograph. This is a true story. He said, this man is my God. So I made money on this. And so I'm going to treat you regularly. I'm going
Wow.
to ask you what happened later. But I'm just telling you. People have gone mad like that. People thought Narayan Murthy was gone because
True.
Infosys went up. So that time has not yet come. It may come. Whether it comes or not, the way we are structured, the way this one structured, sooner or later you will see a very, very big fall. Not only big fall, it will be there for years.
Yes.
Many stocks will go away. Take DLF, for instance. No, DLF we think is a great stock. You'll be surprised. I'll just show you. I don't know where I have. Let's take banks. Let's take PSU Bank. I'll show you
Yeah.
this Canara Bank. Canara Bank is a very popular stock, fundamentally good. Look at Canara Bank, where it was in 2010. It was 824.
Wow.
824, it came down to 80 rupees. 90% it lost. And even now, it's so bullish, it's still 600. It's still not reached that level. It's not reached that level. Take, I'll show you one more. Yeah. DLF, I'll show you. This is where the problem is. That is what a classic bubble is. See this DLF?
Yes.
In 2008, as soon as it got listed, it went up to 1,230. Even
Wow.
today, after having risen like this from 300 to 900, 1,000, it is still not reached what it got reached in 2008. So it's a market leader then, market leader now, but yet you're not gone there. So that is what will happen. They will buy a Canara Bank, but Canara Bank
Right.
gets stuck for 10 years, 5 years.
True. True.
ITC got stuck like that for 9 years. Lever got stuck for 10 years. So that will happen. And what will happen is they will run away from the market. And today what has happened is that the market is so large, if there is a redemption of 1% or 2%, it will be in terms of 1 lakh crores or something like that. The
That
market,
being so another narrative which is floating around is that now the mutual fund industry, is very strong. The retailers are very strong. Never like before, you're getting so much of money. We don't need FIIs. What do you say about that, sir?
see, I have been in the market since 1991. Okay. In 1991, there were no FIIs. FIIs came only 94. Okay. So FIIs were net buyers till around 2014, except for a few times in 2008, they were net sellers. For the next 1994 to 2008, 14 years, they were net buyers. Yet in 2000, in 99, 2000, the market collapsed. They had just entered India, fifth year, and the market had, they're just 94 they started. So there were no FIIs before that. Markets in Harshad Mehta time, it fell down. So you can make a case in 99 that India is the technological capital of the world. That's what people thought. That's why you saw Wipro from 40 it went to 400. Then why it fell down to 40 rupees again? Why? So this business of, FIIs are there, DIIs are there and all that. That, you should understand the price is dictated by both buyer and seller. So if there is an FII, a strong DII is sitting there, who is that fool who's selling to him? Somebody is selling, right? He's not short selling.
True.
The price is not going up. So when supply meets demand, the prices will come down. You don't need a scandal. There is no need for a scam. Never in the history of Indian stock market has the market topped out on a scam. Even in Harshad Mehta time. Harshad Mehta got caught on April 24th of 1992. The market topped out on April 2nd of 1990. Okay. Sucheta
Right.
Dalal, who wrote in Times of India, her brother is my classmate, actually 1 year junior in school. Okay. So I know them fairly well. I know what happened. So April 2nd of 1992, Sensex topped out at 4,500. But scam came out on 27th of April.
Wow.
In Ketan Parekh, they think KP scam, Ketan Parekh scam. The market topped out in March of 2000. Ketan Parekh scam happened in March of 2001.
Right.
Then they say Satyam scam in 2008. Market topped out in January of 2008. Satyam scam happened in January of 2009.
Right.
So there is never, I always tell people, market will never top on bad news. Never.
Right, right,
You should be, if you're an investor, trader, bull, you should be scared of good news.
right.
Good
Very, very
news.
useful insight.
If you go back to September 16th of 2021, when the market topped out, what news was there on that day? There was no news.
Nothing. No news.
October 2021.
October
October
21.
21. Then,
Only good news around.
yeah, you take in November 2022, there was no, again, Nifty topped out at around 18,500. It crossed that, it topped out. What happened? The Adani problem came in January of 2023,
Right,
whereas December 1st was when Nifty topped out of December 1st of 2022.
right.
You take even COVID, the bank Nifty topped out. You see this? See, this is the COVID fall. Okay.
Right, sir.
This is the COVID fall here. The Nifty topped out on, Bank Nifty topped out on December 19, 2019. Nobody had heard of COVID that time. This is
No
that,
one.
December 19. Same thing, Nifty topped out 10 days before the budget. Here,
Wow.
20th January 2020. Budget
Wow.
was 1st February 2020. The fall started somewhere in March, end of February, after Trump came. Trump came to India on February 24, Shivratri time,
Oh, wow.
2020. So if somebody says, no, because of COVID, the fall was there. Where is that fall? The fall has started from 20th January 2020 in Nifty and
Right.
29 December in 19.
Bank Nifty.
So market will top out on no news or good news. It will never top out on bad news.
Wow.
In fact, the market bottomed out on bad news.
Right.
If you go back and see, even here, you see 2022, when the market bottomed out, it was bottomed out on bad. So they had, RBI had suddenly increased interest rates.
Yes.
The Ukraine war was in, what's the intensity was increasing, and we bottomed out.
Yes.
We always top out on no news or good news. We bottom out on bad news.
Wow. So contraindicator.
Yeah, it is. That is how markets are. Why?
Yes.
Because the smart people will sell on good news or no news. That Vipin
Yes.
says no. Why does he say the elephant will sell? Because if you are a willing buyer, I can sell.
Yes.
If I'm a willing buyer, how I can sell?
Right. Another question which comes about allocation is now Zerodha has started the provision in which we can bid for government bond and government treasuries. So till now, none of us had heard about investing in bonds, at least common people like us. All we knew was FD, mutual funds, and recently there is a stock market buzz. Since COVID fall, everyone wants to invest in stock market. So, sir, what is your say about the bond market? Is it the best time to invest right now with these good interest rates?
Yeah, see, I am not a bond guy as such. Okay. See, I believe in equity. Now you are saying, okay, why can't I get interest? I will buy equity, which will give me good dividend yield. This whole India will give me close to 8%. So I look for good dividend yield. See, my son-in-law's father retired from the bank in 2020, 2022, he had some money, he got some money from the bank. So I told him to put it in equity. He said, boss, in my life, I have not put in equity. I'm 70 years old. How are you offering, how are you telling? So I told him, you buy only public sector thing, REC, PFC, Coal India. So 6 stocks I gave him. Each of them had a dividend yield of more than 7%.
Right, sir.
So I said, you will get a capital appreciation if things go well. And for his luck, not only is getting dividend, he's also got a superb capital appreciation. When my daughter came to me and said, invest my money in something, I told her ITC. ITC hated it in 2021. I invested in 2021 May. So I told her ITC dividend yield is 5.5%.
Right, sir.
At that point of time, when in ITC was 200 rupees, 210 rupees. It used to be between 200 to 220. Not much of a change. So when she, when I told her and we invested, it did nothing. It did nothing. You see this? See, if you take somewhere here, I invested in so around 205 or something. For months together, it did nothing, and suddenly it went up again. It collapsed.
Right, sir.
So this is the time when it did nothing. But I told her dividend yield, you will get 5.5%, which is equivalent to keeping your money in the bank. A good
True.
company will do well. And
True.
it has to do well sometimes. So it went up. After that, it took off. You see, it went up to 500, from 200 to 500. Now we are no longer in ITC because we feel the dividend yield is not there.
You're
And
right.
results will not be good. So we sold at 460 or something. It went to 500. We missed it. No problem. Now also it's 437. But we have moved on to something else. So dividend yield is what I look at. But of course, you can put money in the securities market, which has now become popular. You may believe it or not, it was me who wrote a letter to SEBI and NSE asking that retail should get into the bond market.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You see, the funny thing is, NSE was started as a bond market exchange.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is a debt market exchange. In
Oh, wow.
1994, when it was called NSMS, National or Stock Market, not stock market, securities market system or something like that. So it started only with the primary purpose because BSE was there. So there was no need for two exchanges. Every
True.
state had an exchange. I was in Madras Stock Exchange, Bangalore Stock Exchange, Jaipur Stock Exchange was there, Delhi was there.
Yes.
Every stock exchange was there for every state capital. Some of them had two. Coimbatore Stock Exchange was there. So there were two exchanges in some places. Lucknow was there. There was some Kanpur Stock Exchange was there. So the government of India then thought, let's have a wholesale debt market. So it is called WDM. So initially they called for WDM members. What happened was there was no great interest. So then they said, let's put a component of equity. So they said, we will also allow you to trade in equity. It was an experiment. That experiment caught on between 1994 Deepavali. In next 2-3 months, they said, no, let's go national. So we applied in December 94. We became members in 95. At that time, nobody would want to trade in the NSE because it was an electronic way and we would love to look at the other person and trade. That's what we were on the ring. So initially, we did not do well. For what 1.5 years afterwards only, we matched with BSE. And then we have taken over BSE and the others have all collapsed and gone. So
Right.
the debt market was there. It was just that nobody was willing to utilize it. Somewhere in the mid-2000s, I wrote a letter and I pushed it through NSE. I knew people, and then we were able to get it. Even that failed. Nobody wanted to get retail debt. Only now it has again become popular.
Yes.
So for everything you require a time. So you should invest in debt. If you're getting more than 7%, you should invest. Sure.
Interestingly, Mr. Abid Hassan, who is the CEO of Sensible, and I think a lot of credit goes to him to make. He talks a lot about government bonds and government securities and why we should also diversify in bonds.
Correct.
So should we start SIP in mutual funds? Do you think that is better for us as a retail rather than going direct into equity? What is your view on that?
See, I am one of the earliest guys to be a mutual fund distributor, MFDs as they call it. But somehow I feel retailers can, if they do DIY, do it yourself, will be able to match or beat the mutual funds. This is my belief. Not only belief, there is proof. There is something, a body called SPIVA, which has done studies where they've shown that the 60 to 70% of the mutual funds don't beat the benchmark.
True.
So if you take Nifty as the benchmark, or CNX 500 as the benchmark, or mid cap index as the benchmark, about 60 to 70% of the mutual funds over a 3-year period do not beat a benchmark. So now which means 30% of them beat the benchmark, right? But we don't know which 30% will beat next year, right? So if you want to invest, you do SIP. SIP has to be done. Now, whether you want to do an ETF like a Nifty ETF or a bank Nifty, today you have a Hang Seng ETF.
Yes.
We have some, I have asked a few of my relatives to buy Hang Seng ETF when it was about 229. Now it is about 250. So a Hang Seng, for instance, if you see Hang Seng,
Yeah, after you suggested, I did my little research, and
Okay.
yeah, I have got a chunk into Hang Seng ETF and told
Yeah.
my
So you see,
friends and family members.
it is the worst. You
Yeah.
see, this weekly continuously it is coming down.
Yes.
So I'm saying we bought somewhere here, not that we
Yes.
bought bottom, somewhere here. So it's still we are above water. So I
Yes.
feel if you diversify, you're diversifying, you're doing SIP, you're also sitting in India and doing it. Why do you have to go anywhere?
Absolutely.
Today we have so many resources. Your trading view is a very good resource. You have so many people like me come every day and speak some nonsense. Something you learn something from us, even whatever nonsense we may speak, something you learn. So you don't really require to go to a mutual fund. If you ask me personally, I am not able to see any advantage. See, what does the mutual fund guy say? Come to. He says, you have no knowledge. What do you mean no
Right.
knowledge? You have no time. You're a doctor, you have no time. Okay. These are the main two things. So I asked, what is the amount of time you require? You require half an hour per week or 2 hours per month. If you can't spare 2 hours per month to take care of your own investments, then really, I mean, that is not a very nice way of telling that I don't have 2 hours per month. So you don't have
Yes.
to look at your investments every day anyway. In a mutual fund, you don't do it. So you can do that. Then what about you have no knowledge? What is it, no knowledge? Knowledge available free everywhere. Why
True.
you should have anything great? Okay, you have knowledge. Have you beaten the index? Underlying, you're not beaten 70% of the time. So why I should trust you? That is the point. The only advantage I'll tell you in mutual fund, which is vis-a-vis just being outside, is that when you're outside, you are not having tax benefits like the mutual fund has. So let's say if you keep on, churning, you do swing buying, selling, and all that, you end up paying taxes. In mutual fund, if they do, they will not pay taxes. That is the advantage.
Right.
Other than that advantage, I am not able to see anything else, honestly. See, I can
Right.
understand 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when information was scarce, then, it makes sense for them. Today, information is available free of cost. Why would you not want to learn something new? Equity or capital markets or even asset investing is a fabulously interesting piece, thing. So it can be a hobby. You don't really
Right.
require it. And there are so many people. See, you talk to me now. Hopefully, you learned one or two things what I said. Right? I learned something from somewhere. So that's all you require. You don't require any tomes of book or something like that. The Gray's Anatomy is not there required. Gray's Anatomy you require for 6 years. We don't require Gray's Anatomy. We require only trading view. That will give you
Right.
enough and more. If we don't
Right.
have specialists like you, right? We just want to be generally well aware. Gold and silver, what? I've shown you some charts, which no, honestly, I'm not saying that I know everything. But I'm saying these are the charts which should convince a skeptic as to why he should invest in gold and silver.
Right.
Gold and silver. What for gold and silver? Because big boys are investing. I want to be with the big boys. Big boys are never wrong.
Right.
The big boys, always.
So we talk about big boys, and like I'm a woman myself, and so I really try my best to motivate women, not just women and men, everyone around me, because there's a small story which happened with me. So in 2017, I lost my elder brother, who was just 1 year elder to me, and he lost his life to a colon cancer, for which he got operated, and unfortunately the operation didn't went well, and he died. He died leaving behind a 6-month-old baby who was born of in vitro fertilization. After 5 years, my sister-in-law could conceive, and they got a young child, and that's when my brother died. And unfortunately, sadly, he was a doctor, and as you said, he was busy. He didn't have a health insurance, he didn't have a term plan, didn't have any other investment, and simple LIC policies, like the ULIPs and all, which are like sold to us by the agents. So we our family got a big setback in October 2017, because my taiji, my his mother, she got a cardiac arrest, and MI. She was in another hospital. We didn't tell her for 10 days that your son is dead. So at that time, it was a big thing that chances are that a woman might have to live alone for the rest of her life, and she might have to handle family, and finances and investment is something about which each and every one of us should be aware, because at the end of the day, you need money. You need money. You need resources for everything. So in whatever profession you are, I think we all should, meet people like you and learn and gain wisdom. And I would also open for the question answer round if anyone has any question. Yes. So we have one query, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the session. My query is, apart from gold and silver, what other stuff should be accumulated when you suspect that market is going to have a major correction or crash? And if equity with dividend, then which stocks again? Thank you, sir, for asking.
Yeah. Thanks for the question. Prior to that, about insurance. See, one of the things you must do, anybody should do, is never ever buy this money back guarantee insurance, that ULIP kind of thing. You should buy term insurance. So why term insurance? People say that insurance agent will come and say, sir, don't buy term insurance, because term insurance for, say, 20 years. If you don't die in 20 years, then you lose the money. Correct. So they will convince you saying, sir, 20 years, if you're dead, somebody will get it. If you're not dead, you will not get anything. So it is waste. They will start like that. First of all, why do they do that? They do that because in a term insurance, premiums which you pay are very less, and they do not get, they get only part of the commission. Whereas in a money back, they get 35% of the first year's premium as commission, and then have a trail. Okay, 35%. Now, I learned it through the hard way, because when I got into buying insurance in 1988, 89, I chased the insurance agent guy. Normally, the insurance agent guy chases me. I chased, got an insurance, and continued. After that, my relatives, everybody wanted me to buy insurance, and they always pushed this thing of money back. I didn't know a term insurance is there. Now, term insurance means during that term. Now, your vehicle insurance is a term insurance. If in 1 year, nothing happens to your vehicle, you lose that premium. Correct. The fire insurance is a term insurance. Any insurance is term insurance. Insurance means it's a term insurance. It is never your, money back. It is not an investment product. These guys are selling it as an investment product. Now, I told this guy, recently one guy came to me and said, why don't you recommend somebody? I said, will you give term insurance? He said, no, sir. I asked why. Then he said, it's the same argument. So I said, let's assume somebody is there. He's going to pay premium for money back and premium for term. Now, let's say the premium for money back is 1 lakh rupees per year. The term will be 1/10 of it. So 10,000 rupees you will pay premium for the same sum assured. If you have insured yourself for, let us say, 1 crore, and here you are paying 10 lakhs as your money back per year, there in your term, you will pay 1 lakh. So 9 lakhs is your saving. You put that 9 lakhs in the bank under FD. It will give you 8% interest. These fellows with money back insurance, they give bonus at the end of the term. That comes to 5%.
Right.
So I'm saying, I'm putting that in FD. I'm getting more rate of interest. If I die, I'm going to get this term. If I don't die, I'll still get more money. No.
True.
That people don't know.
True.
I tell people, take a term, take that saving, put it in an FD or RD or whatever you may call it. You're a win-win. Why would you want to give that kind of commissions to these fellows who come and sell the insurance? Coming back to the question which you asked. Okay. Now, see, I am not a person who gets scared of the market. Okay. First of all. So I will not tell, oh, market will collapse and all that. I am not concerned about it. Let's say even if it collapses. Okay. I always believe that there are alternatives available in the market. So how did and I've learned this through the hard way. I also used to believe in collapse and everything. Even now also I feel market may come down significantly. So what should I do? So I should be clever enough, I should be wary enough to understand and go to things where I will have less shock. See, nobody can predict that there will be a collapse of the entire system. Perform for years. That is what I believe. That goes without saying. So what am I saying? What I will do in the year 2021, when I restarted my career, I would say, because with COVID we had some serious problems. So we came back to ground zero. So I restarted. My second inning started in 2020 after COVID, because we got COVID and we got ostracized. We had some serious problems. Let's forget that. This one. So my first thing which I did for my daughters, I started with my family portfolio, was to buy ITC. Now, I bought ITC because it is a fantastic company. It's a dividend yield play. And apan ka time aayega. For every stock, it will have. Every dog has its day. Every stock has its day. So we have to identify those kind of stocks. So I identified ITC. And I put 70% of the money into ITC. The 30% I put in S Bank. S Bank at 13 rupees. People said S Bank is a bank which will fail, but that has already been taken over by State Bank, and I had gone through the balance sheet, and I said maximum it may go, it may get stuck for some time, but sooner or later it will go. Today people want to buy it at 25 rupees. We are talking of 21, 3 years ago. So in 3 years, effectively you doubled the money, basically. So that's a very good return investment for a stock which was hated. Same thing with ITC. So there will be stocks like this in any. Now, I am not a SEBI-registered advisor. I don't want to advise, but I can tell you what I have done so that you can get an idea how I think. I also am aware that things are not good. So what have I done? I used to be fully 100% into equity till June of last year. June onwards, I felt uncomfortable. So what I did was fully diversified. I had some 30 stocks. Now, from June end onwards, I moved only to pharma. Only pharma. Okay.
Right.
So what for I did only pharma was, I was not sure where the market will go. I don't know whether there will be a crisis or what. So I said, which will take care? There was a crisis actually brewing that time. In September, October, the markets came down significantly. If you remember, they came down significantly in September, October. If you look at it, see here, I got out of the market somewhere, got out of the this one somewhere here in the June, around 20,000, you can say. Then it came down to as low as 18,800, 1,200 points it fell. I didn't know. I knew that some problem will be there. But what happened? The US fellows pumped in huge amount of money and created this. This I don't know. But they panicked and created a huge amount of money into the system. Janet Yellen did that. That we are not able to predict because that is beyond our understanding. So what I did, I put in pharma. So I put it in Lupin, for instance, a big amount in Lupin I put. Now, after that, Lupin, for instance, has done reasonably well. It was 800 rupees. I found out that none of the mutual funds owned Lupin. Okay. None of the pharma funds, because they felt Lupin has not performed well. So they didn't own Lupin at all. So I'll just show you. So I'll answer the slightly.
I remember buying Lupin at 900 rupees in 2017 and selling it at the same price in 2020 after getting frustrated.
Correct. So Junjunwala was sitting in Lupin for a very long time. Okay. He was sitting somewhere here.
This is Nifty chart, sir. Lupin.
Sorry. So Lupin. Okay. Lupin. Lupin. Junjunwala was sitting somewhere here. Lupin was more than 2,000.
Right.
From 2000, it came down to as low as below 500 in COVID time. Then it tried to go, it went to 1,200, but it was stuck for a very long time to around 700 rupees. So Junjunwala, out of frustration, Rakesh Junjunwala, he sold around, I think 800 or something like that.
Right.
Somewhere, I don't know, here in this region, 850 or 820 or something like that. In 2021 or 2022, he sold. He passed, I think, end of 2022 or something, he passed away. Anyway, I know that he sold somewhere around 850 or something. Because he would have bought somewhere, I don't know where he has bought. But nothing has worked for him. So after that, it fell. So what I did was, I said, only when it crosses Junjunwala's rate, I will buy.
Wow.
Okay. So I was waiting. One day it crossed. You see here? It went up. On July, it went up. Somewhere in June. So the moment I sold all my shares, the Lupin opportunity came. So I just jumped into Lupin. It's just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. Why? Because they announced something new and it took off. And crossed Junjunwala rate. So I said, boss, then now it is free to go anywhere. So after that, it has gone up and we have sold somewhere here at 1580.
Right.
It went to some 1700 or 1680. I have not been able to catch the highs. Anyway,
Another hated one is the Gland Pharma. Like retailers hate it now, but I think
so
the
now,
bottom is near.
now I'll tell you what all we have in our portfolio quickly.
Mm.
Run. See, I have Gland. Gland is there. Okay. I have a company called IOLCP. Again, a pharma company. These are market leaders in ibuprofen, I think.
Yeah. They make paracetamol APIs and ibuprofen, NSAIDs API. Yeah.
So IOLCP is there. Then I had some engineers in there and all. I don't have granules. I have granules is in
Yes,
ibuprofen.
paracetamol again.
Paracetamol,
Yeah.
ibuprofen. They are the market leaders. They are 30.
And of course, whatever happens to the world, I think we are in a recession-proof business.
Yes, we are in a recession-proof business. Correct. So, and these guys are market leaders there, and 30% of the global supply comes from these two companies.
Right.
IOLCP and
Granules.
So I'm saying, what is the risk
Yes.
outside? So we should always be with the big boys. I tell you, no.
Yes.
So the big boys means in this case, they are the market leaders.
True.
All they have to do is they are aiming for 50%. Once they reach 50%, now they will command the price.
Yes.
They're still at 30. Chinese are there to compete. But once they come to 50, that's it. So you see these granules, you see this price, at least granules has come, it has come back from where it was in 2020.
Yes.
You take IOLCP, which is again not a very loved stock. I'll show you here. Yeah. IOLCP used to be 900 rupees.
Right.
From 900, it came down to 275. Now it's still stuck. 500 went, now it's stuck at 400.
Yes.
We are holding IOLCP because it's a market leader. It is a recession proof. I'm holding granules. Then I'm holding, we are holding, I'll tell you, we had all this, but we are holding Leica Labs on company, again pharma. We are holding PPL Pharma.
Would pharma, B's pharma ETF be a good option for people like us who don't have much knowledge?
Fine, you buy pharma ETF.
Yes, I think it's 30-40 rupees somehow.
Yeah, you buy that. That's the best thing. There is nothing for you to go around doing anything. Just buy a pharma ETF.
Yes. Is there any FMCG ETF? Like that is also one sector which would be like a defensive sector.
I don't know whether FMCG ETF is there. I really see. I have not gone there. But index is there. FMCG index is there. But FMCG in ETF, I have to see whether it is there. But no. See, go to the FMCG index. Find out what are the stocks. There will be 5 stocks. Mainly, it will be Lever, ITC. They will contribute 50%.
True.
So, and then there will be Nestle, there will be Dabur, there will be some Tata Consumer.
Right.
So simply buy in that proportion. Find out what their weightage is, market cap, and then you can do it. You can construct it on your own. See, that's where you require an advisor.
Yes.
Or a mentor.
Right.
See, I'm sure a lot of people, I tell them, see, I can't advise them. I'll tell them, this is what I will do. If you give me one, this is what I'll do. So if somebody asks me, I'll tell them, I'm not a semi-based advisor. I will not do targets and all that. But this is what I'll do. So I'm exposing it to you, what I'm doing. This is my, Suthir, this is my son-in-law.
Right.
Another Sajan is my friend. So Suthir, Sajan portfolio, their portfolio, I have these. The Biocon is there. Biocon, you see. Biocon is the most hated stock.
Yes.
From 487, it has come here to your 290. Now,
nice bullish ERC candle. It's breaking the resistance.
Yeah. So now what has happened? You see, this is if it falls down also, it doesn't fall below 250.
Agreed.
Last week it was 260. So I am saying you will get a chance at 270, 260, 265. Tomorrow, let's say, if market opens gap downward, for something it will come down.
Right.
You start buying. Do SIP. See, you must do SIP. There is no market where you cannot find bargains. Any market.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. So could you also pull up Nifty media sector like this? Ambani is about Network TV 18 and like I believe maybe they have also bottomed out. They've seen their worst. Network TV 18 and this.
So take media. Media is stuck, dead. So you can look at it if you want to. See, I am not a great fan of the media per se, except in Sun TV.
Okay.
Sun TV is one which I feel like buying. So Sun TV,
Right.
for instance, just now it is moving into a zone. See, Sun TV
Right.
is around 1,000 and odd, 1,100.
Yes, sir.
After it got this one, so now only it started moving. It can
Right.
go up is what I feel. Because you see, Sun TV kind of companies, they will survive whether Modi or Rahul Gandhi. Both they will survive. Okay. So I look at it like that. So I
Very
don't have to
true.
worry so much of that. So I feel it's worthwhile to look at Sun TV. So
Right.
you must buy SIP, you must do SIP. Don't worry of noise. Noise, no, every day I may come and say something because people want to hear something, so I have to say something.
Right.
From media, I will say,
So, coming to Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi, sir, do you have any special advice for elections, or should we just stay away? And there's a lot of buzz that markets will be robust. There will be a pre-election rally. There are a lot of narratives roaming around. So, what is your experience about elections, especially with the ruling party already in power? And people, did hear your talk on subtraction election.
no.
So, would you please tell us something about that, sir?
See, I told you clearly in the subtraction election talk that I am an anti-establishment guy. So I've been lathi charged during Indira Gandhi's time. I was a college leader. So those days only Congress used to rule, right? So we used to regularly protest against the leader. Here, the Karnataka Chief Minister was Gundu Rao from Congress. So we used to harass them, they used to harass us. Students we are. So we are very active and we have been lathi charge. We have done hunger strike. We have done many things against the government. So basically, I'm an anti-establishment guy. So I have never voted for either BJP or Congress in my life. And I don't think I will vote. This time, unfortunately, I have not got my slip because some goof up happened. And they have cancelled my voting slip because we moved away from Chennai. I thought I can go, but to my shock, it was not there, and it was too late for me to rectify. Anyway, so when I speak now, I am going to talk to you as a person who's anti-establishment. So I couldn't care less whether Modi comes or whether Rahul Gandhi comes. Opinions of them both, but it doesn't matter, and I don't talk about it in my timeline. You will not see anything about it because I'm an anti-establishment guy. What can I say? If I say something against Modi, people say, "Oh, Congress." But if you say something against Congress, they'll say, "So there's no point of it." It is interesting. It is interesting. Now let me tell you, which I said that time, the subtraction election was in 2004, for instance. Okay, I don't know why that this one has gone, or I had actually put that graph. If I'm having that, it would be very nice to explain. I think I have. I don't know. Oh, maybe all the this one has gone. Okay. So anyway, this is what the 2004 election happened. Okay. Now, we'll take this somewhere here. Yeah. Second, please. Yeah. Okay. So this is what, can you see now? There are four lines.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
so in 2004, there was a four-phase election. First one was on 19th April, second was 27th April, third one was 4th May, and third one and fourth was 10th May. This is what the this one is. So what happened that time? The NDA was sure to win 340 seats. Same thing as what is happening. Same. That time it was India Shining campaign, and I am a market researcher, so I believed in the opinion poll strongly. So I thought it was a clean sweep because Vajpayee was in the ascendant. He was doing nothing wrong, nothing. Everything was working smoothly. He had done a treaty with Pakistan, and the economy was shining. Public sector disinvestment was happening. Canara Bank, Maruti, all disinvestment. Same to same, I'm telling you. And who was the opposition? Congress, which nobody gave a chance because Sonia Gandhi was considered a foreigner. Manmohan Singh could never win an election. So there was nobody on this side. Nasim Rao was no longer in the seat. So you just had only these two people. So Congress was very, very weak. Today, at least you can name 5 Congress leaders. That time, you could not name 2 leaders.
True.
And Sharad Pawar had left in 99 because she's a foreigner, so he had started NCP. Nobody preferred Sonia Gandhi as a leader because they thought she's a foreigner. She, in fact, tried to become what is his name? The president did not allow her to become the prime minister. She could not, she went to Rashtrapati Bhavan, but they did not accept her list. It was that before, I'm talking, this was in 99 or sometime, that time, just that time. So, there was so much of antagonism against Congress per se. So there was no hope in hell for them. So 340 was the opinion polls. If you go back and see, I'll send you links right now because it may be taking time. Others may be feeling bored also. You are interested, I'm interested, but others may not be so much interested. So what happened? So we went and, the market, it topped out much before the election.
Oh, right.
It topped out on January 4th. The elections were announced somewhere in March. And the elections
everyone would be hoping and buying on every dip. Was that so?
I kept on buying because I had a great amount of faith that NDA will win. I said 349 mila, 320 milega, 300 milega. So we did not, not for a moment I thought. So the first phase when it came, this first phase, this was on 19th April, the market was nervous. But still it went up. You see here?
Right.
Went. Then the second phase, the market got the jitters. Tomorrow the second phase incidentally. Okay. The market got the jitters here. First phase got over here, small jitters, but still they said no chance. These people only will win. Who NDA will win. So it went up. See, from here, if you take this year, from 1837, it went up to 1912. That means 5% it went up. 5% it went up between the first phase and the second phase. So here 5% means it should have gone 1,000 points. Here we have not gone 1,000 points. Right? Between first and second phase, we have gone up 400 points. Something. We have still not reached a new high. Please remember, here also we have not reached a new high.
Right.
This was the high, this was 1912. The high was seen in somewhere earlier at around 1970. So it was there, but not there. Like, it had not gone there.
Yeah.
The second phase happened. That's it. That is where the market collapsed. It fell down 4%.
Right.
And then it never recovered. Then the third phase happened. And still some hope was there. But you see, lower, high, lower, low. The fourth phase happened. It was lower. Then the result happened on this day. That was on 13th May. Result was bad. The market fell down. Again bounced back. Here, you see. And the following day, on Friday it fell. Monday it collapsed.
Wow. So
on the result day, actually the market went up. Even the bad news was there. This was not discounted, but yet it went up.
Right.
So if it can happen that result may be bad, but still the market can go up.
Right.
So that you have to keep that in mind. See, I don't know actually what has happened. I'll tell you. I am in Karnataka. Okay, I am very poor in predicting elections till it comes to the last day or last 2 days. That time I can make some educated guess, but people are already making some guesses now. See, I will only give you data. Okay, now data is like this. The people who are pro BJP are saying in Karnataka that it will be 50-50 split. 28 seats Karnataka is there. Tomorrow 14 seats are going. 14 are going on 7th. In Karnataka, the pro BJP people are saying it will be split 14-14. I have no idea, but they are saying. Last time, Congress got 1 seat out of 28. Just 1. This time they're saying the pro BJP fellows are saying 14. I don't know. 14. Now in Bihar, what the reporters are saying is that in public meetings, you don't have Modi and Nitish Kumar on the stage together. Okay. They are having a Gathbandhan. I think Bihar has got some 48 or something, 42 seats. Last time they got everything almost. That is what the reporters are saying. Again, I'm only giving you what the reporters have said. Maharashtra, they are saying the same thing. Maharashtra again, last time, the Shiv Sena, BJP swept. These are the three states where people are saying that the NDA will not win anywhere close to, in fact, in Bihar, they're saying they'll get only 5 seats out of 40. Out of 42.
Right.
That is what the reporters are saying. They are, see, I am listening to everybody. I know who is pro, who is anti. These fellows are, they are, hopefully they are not either pro or anti. But I know in Karnataka, pro BJP are saying like that. In Rajasthan, your state, I have heard that in 4 places there is a problem for the NDA. One Churu, some place there. No, I forgot which are the two. There is one person, an independent is standing. I forget the name of the place. There is a chance that he will win, they're saying, because the union minister is begging forgiveness from the electorate, saying, I have done nothing. Please give in because of both. I forgot what the name of the town, but there are 4 constituencies. Tonk is there. No, Tonk is, I think, that Rajesh Pilot. I don't know the other. This Churu is one, I know. There one more where the independent has got a chance. So last time, India got full 25. Okay. So that is why I said subtraction election. See, from 300 go to 370 means you will get 20% more, which means you will get 67 seats more. 90% of the seats should come from Congress, which means Congress got 52 last time. That means this Congress should get 5 seats. Because if BJP is going to get from Congress the seats, so Congress should come down by 95%. BJP should go up by 95%. You take for say 70%, because against Congress only the BJP only can get, because there is no other. So there is some Mamta factories there, but you take even otherwise. So Congress should get, according to that 370 category, 370 calculation, the Congress should get 10 seats, 10, 15 seats.
Right.
But the BJP fellows only are saying that in Karnataka they get 14 seats, Congress.
Right.
So that means there's something wrong in the calculation.
Right.
I mean, wrong means I'm saying there is the possibility that there could be surprise. Having burnt my fingers that time, I'm very scared of taking position for the election. So I'm doing what? I'm buying gold and silver. I'm buying pharma. So it doesn't matter to me.
True.
If I go and buy railway stocks or defense stocks, right? And something goes wrong, God forbid, there will be no exit.
Right. True.
Because the Congress has taken a maximalist position of saying that we will give everything to the poor. I don't know whether I've gone through, see, as a political guy, I just look at it. So I don't want to go there. I don't want to have an opinion saying this will happen, that will happen.
Right. We have a question, sir, that so I want to correlate something with BJP win, and I highly suspect that market will correct. So as per your take, during current market topping out, new highs, when there is no news or very good news, so can we assume BJP win will correct the market post the results after some time? Also, what strategies or channels or forums one should follow to get more about such stocks when the whole market is topping out, but these stocks are bottoming out?
See, let's assume that BJP will win 370. Okay, we have to assume like that, because that is what the narrative is. Narrative is 370. So now, okay, what happened in the past when BJP won? Okay, that is what you have to see. See, in 2009, the market had an upper circuit because nobody expected Congress would win. 2009. 2009, people thought it will be a coalition then. So in 2014, it was by and large given that Modi will win for the first time, because even Chidambaram and all did not contest election. Sharad Pawar did not contest election. So you got a hint that Congress is nervous. So it was not any rocket science to believe that 2014 Congress will lose the election. So what happened? Let us see. Take care. So we should know the history so that then only we'll get an idea. Take this. Okay. Now in 2014, the market went up before the election. From February onwards, it started going up, because they were hoping that Modi will come. You see on the day of the election, the day of the results. The Nifty went up to 7,563. It fell down to 7,203. It fell 300 points from the low. And next day also, see this, next day, nothing happened. So a correction happened on the good news that Modi came. From some 300-point correction for a 7,500 means you can imagine how much the correction is coming to.
True.
Coming to nearly about 3%.
Right,
from the high, it has come down. Now we take 2019. Now 2019 is here. Yeah. Now you see, Balakot happened somewhere here.
Right, sir.
Okay. Balakot happened somewhere in June, not what I'm saying. Okay, here. No, sorry, somewhere here. Not what I'm saying. No, sorry. In March. Balakot happened somewhere here in February 2000. After the Balakot news, it went up, market went up. Then what happened? You see, this was, I think, somewhere here was the results, 15th May or something. Before results, itself market started coming down.
Right.
Then it went up after the results. After results, 2 days after results, before the new government is formed, it went up. But it did not cross this high also. You know, it did. Look at this. This was a high in April end. 18th April, one high was made. See, if you, let's say, sold off 1 month before the election, then it has fallen down, no problem. It has gone up, no problem. But in 2 months later, you are getting lower.
Yes.
This is the high.
From March to September.
Yeah, you see this?
Yes, sir.
And it kept on going down. Why it went up from here was because Nirmala Sitharaman gave that benefit to corporates when she reduced corporate tax.
Right.
So that is why the market went. Otherwise, market didn't do anything.
Right.
So, and you see, already the market had gone up. Same thing now you are seeing here. See this?
Quite a lot of correlation. Yes.
So now it is gone up here. See, it's still not hit a new high. Okay.
True.
Before election, 10th April itself, it has hit a new high. After that, it has not hit a new high. So it may hit a new high. We don't know. Whatever.
True.
I'm just saying, if you sell in this rally by the, I would say by May 10th, May 15th, you sell now. There's a very high probability you will get lower rates by July. Whatever.
Right.
That's what history has shown us. 14 it has shown, 19 it has shown. So I don't see anything, and you yourself started off by saying, is there a bubble? See, everybody has bought with the conviction you get 340. And we are saying on good news, market will not sustain, which is a fact.
Yes.
Historical fact. So why it will sustain this time?
Very true.
Budget will happen only 1 month later.
That's what Vipin Bhai was talking about, the probable head and shoulder, and maybe we have already made a top on 10th of April.
I am a little bit skeptical because it's a shoulder head. But what if it crosses this? If it makes a new high, the head and shoulder is gone.
Right.
No longer the pattern holds. I am saying, I half agreed with him by saying, okay, we don't know, we should anticipating. What if it goes wrong? Well, okay, tomorrow if it starts coming down, means then still the head and shoulder possibility is there. But I don't want to see, I'll tell you what, the moment you have this view now, firmly, only will happen now, you will make mistakes. I don't want to be in that category where, you know, I am stuck by my, what shall I say, I'm feeling this will happen and I'm getting stuck by it. Let's not go there. What I'm saying is, what is history telling us? History is telling us, everybody is saying it will happen, and if it happens also, the markets won't go up.
Yes.
So
market stop on good news. That's the mantra.
So therefore, why I should read? See, I am still going into election mode, fully invested. Right. I am not going into cash because my stocks, I believe, are nothing to do with the election.
Right. You are not into any HAL or Coal India or PSU or PSE. You are into the hated stocks like land and biocon and metals.
So why should I get into any? I mean, metals also I'm not there. I'm only in precious metals. I'm not there on SAIL and Tata Steel and all. I'm not there. Though they are looking attractive, they're saying I'm not gone there yet because I don't have the money. My money is not stuck. My money is allocated to precious
gold and silver.
And I'm very happy with that.
Right.
I'm expecting to beat index. So why I should bother about election or anything? See, the moment you have a viewpoint,
Very
luckily
true.
I don't like both the parties. So for me, it is okay. But let's say if I like one party, like let's say I like BJP. So you will not listen to any story, any fact, forget story, any fact, which is coming
True.
opposite. Same thing with Congress. You will think the same thing with Congress. So my point of view is that why get into some narrative like that and get entangled? I don't want to get entangled. My feeling is they can we have got another way out. No, why
Right.
not take that route? That's what I've done. I hope
Right.
I answered the questions what they're asking.
Yes, yes. We have one more comment
Yeah.
that Sir, Karnataka will have Shiv Sena type fiasco. DK already asked to vote for his brother if public want DK as CM. It's time up for Congress in Karnataka. Just my take. So that's a comment
Yeah,
from one of our attendees.
in Karnataka, what happens? See, yeah, DK Shivakumar is the deputy chief minister. He's a very ambitious person, and he has made his, ambition very clear. No, Siddaramaiah is a very shrewd person. Everybody who is in politics is a shrewd guy. Because my friends are in politics, I know how shrewd they are. So Siddaramaiah is a glue. He will take everybody along. DKSH is not like that. DKSH is a brash fellow. So they probably would have done something like after elections, you become the chief minister. So DKSH's brother is also not having any good reputation. With sheer money power, they may be able to win. Otherwise, last time he was the only person who won. DK Shivakumar's brother won that election. So DK Shivakumar's brother is not, I would say, he doesn't have any great reputation as a suave leader and mass leader. He wins by money power. Okay. So it is very difficult to win against DK Shivakumar's family in that area. Now, what will happen after election? Let's assume, for instance, people are talking, we started talking that they will get 25. Who? BJP will get 25 and Congress will get 1 or 2 and JDS will get 2. So 28 was come. Now they are saying, see, people are singing a different tune. So tomorrow they may sing a different tune. We don't know that, no. How how can say, I can only see, I have not moved out of my place. I have not gone and interviewed people. I don't have any survey with me. But people who are talking something like that. So maybe they're all wrong. It may be fully BJP as like last time, or it may be some other number which we don't know. I don't want to even guess, to be very honest with you. I don't want to guess
True.
because I don't have any facts with me. I have,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I have friends only in BJP. I don't have in Congress. So if I talk to them, they'll say, oh, we'll only win.
We
And
have one last question, sir.
yeah.
That thanks for answering the question, sir. Reason being, market will have correction post election is because we are forming ABC pattern in smaller degrees. After Elliott wave pattern finishing phase of fifth impulse wave, A being downward wave, B being bullish trap, and C being another downward wave. If you load up the Elliott wave on monthly pattern, you will also see waves on higher degrees.
Yeah, see, Elliott wave is a very popular pattern. I have been studying Elliott waves in 1993. I have taken the courses from Robert Pritzker, who's the head of Elliott Wave International. But honestly, I find it very difficult to name the waves. See, gentlemen or lady, whoever, name the waves. See, maybe they know more than I do. This one is limited. If you go back, if you say it's a B wave and C wave, C wave is always very dangerous. B wave is what we call the sucker wave. The market has peaked out, one A wave comes down, and you feel market is bearish, but suddenly it will bounce back. Then you feel, no, the bull run will start again, but it will not cross the previous high. And then the C wave will be very dangerous, which will take, the markets much lower. I don't know whether that is what will happen. All I know is that A, B, C waves work like this. It is quite possible, based on the socio-economic situation here, we may be in a B wave. It is possible. It's possible.
Right.
Whether it's a small degree or larger degree, I don't. Because see, to even mark them is a little tricky, it is. But visually, I know how the waves work. So we could be in a B wave. It is a possible. But the moment it crosses and makes a new high, then again there is a question mark. Then the B wave is gone. Then we are in the fifth wave, let's say. So we don't know as of now. It's possible.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, sir. I think we are done with the questions, and if we are at 9:40 p.m. now, but it is such an interesting discussion going on, and doesn't feel like the time is up because we have learned so much from you today. And thank you so much for joining us. And the session would be recorded, sir. It would be uploaded on YouTube, and we will make sure that we share it with most of our colleagues and Twitter friends. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for
Yeah,
joining us
thank you.
today,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
giving
sir.
me the. So good night.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.